If your nightmares come alive at 3 a.m., you're in the right place. Welcome to 3 a.m. Tales by Ren. Are you ready to face your deepest fears? Then join us, if you dare. On a small picturesque island in the Philippines, life revolved around the sea. The 1970s were a time when the island's fishermen faced dwindling catches and turned to desperate measures to make a living. Among them was a method both dangerous and illegal: dynamite fishing. This tale of terror unfolds amidst the shimmering waves and the haunting silence of a close-knit community. Miguel was one of the island's most skilled fishermen. Known for his strength and bravery, he was a leader among his peers. Yet the sea had grown stingy and the fish scarce. Like many others, Miguel resorted to dynamite fishing, despite the risk and the law. On a fateful day, as the sun painted the sky in hues of gold and crimson, Miguel prepared for his last tragic catch. One fateful day, as the sun dipped into the horizon, Miguel prepared for his last tragic catch. The dynamite exploded prematurely, leaving Miguel's face a gruesome, unrecognizable mess. His friends, Vicente and Carlos, rushed to his side, but it was too late. Miguel was dead. The dynamite, a crude and deadly device, was meant to be thrown far into the water. Miguel lit the fuse, but in a cruel twist of fate, the dynamite exploded prematurely. His friends, Vicente and Carlos, watched in horror as the explosion ripped through the air, leaving Miguel's face a gruesome, unrecognizable mess. They rushed to his side, but it was too late. Miguel was dead. They carried his lifeless body back to his family, the once lively and strong man now a mangled shell. The community mourned, but life on the island continued. Fishing and the rituals that followed remained unchanged. It was customary for the fishermen to gather after a day at sea, sharing stories and drinks, celebrating their survival and catches. But soon, their nights of camaraderie took a terrifying turn. The first night it happened, Vicente and Carlos were among the men drinking by the beach. Laughter and the clinking of glasses filled the air. Then, from the shadows, a figure emerged. At first, they didn't notice the newcomer, assuming it was another fisherman joining the gathering. But as he stepped into the firelight, silence fell. It was Miguel, his face a grotesque mask of charred flesh and exposed bone. "Miguel," Vicente whispered, his voice trembling. You're dead." Miguel's ghost, seemingly unaware of his death, smiled a broken smile and reached out a hand. "A shot, my friends, just one shot." Paralyzed with fear, Vicente handed him a glass of rum. Miguel drank, his hollow eyes staring into the flames, and then vanished as suddenly as he had appeared. The fishermen were left shaken, unable to comprehend what they had just witnessed. Word spread quickly through the island. Miguel's ghost, with his blown-up face, began appearing not just at the drinking gatherings, but also at houses, knocking on doors and asking for water. The residents were terrified, knowing they were facing a spirit of a man who had died a horrific death. Years passed, and the islanders, though still frightened, grew accustomed to Miguel's spectral visits. They learned to give him what he asked for, be it a shot of rum or a glass of water, fearing the consequences of refusal. One night, Vicente, tired and grieving his friend's restless spirit, decided to refuse Miguel's request. When Miguel appeared, his ghastly face illuminated by the moonlight, Vicente stood firm. "No, Miguel, you're dead. Leave us in peace." The air grew cold, and a deep silence fell over the beach. Miguel's eyes, once filled with a hint of humanity, now burned with anger. He disappeared, leaving Vicente trembling. The following days brought a series of misfortunes to Vicente's family. Their boat was destroyed in a sudden storm, and his youngest child fell gravely ill. Desperation and guilt consumed Vicente as he realized the gravity of his mistake. Pause for 3 seconds. On another occasion, an elderly woman, Maria, heard the familiar knock at her door. Miguel's ghost, face half in shadow, asked for water. Frightened but stubborn, Maria refused. "You're not real, be gone." The very next day, a plague of misfortune descended upon her family. Livestock died without reason, crops withered, and Maria's eldest son suffered a terrible accident. The islanders understood. Denying Miguel's ghost was a grave error. As the island lived in a delicate balance, torn between fear and the need to respect the restless spirit of their lost friend. To this day, the fishermen of the island pour an extra shot of rum, and families keep a glass of water by the door, hoping to appease Miguel's wandering ghost and avoid the misfortunes that follow his wrath. And so, the legend of Miguel, the fisherman with a blown-up face, continues to haunt the island, a chilling reminder of the dangers of dynamite fishing and the enduring bond between the living and the dead. What's something people don't know about fear? It creeps in, just like this. When the clock strikes 3 and shadows grow thick, remember, the real horror begins. Good night.